Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is 6 Degrees of Schwarzenegger, the podcast where we take a long, hard look at some of our favorite action movies from the era of Arnold. That's terrible.
Schwarzenegger is the icon of the genre, and we're taking a deep dive into some of these 80s and 90s cult action movies and breaking them all the way down.
Goddamn, we're here. We've made it. We're at part 5 of Navy SEALs.
Dude, it's been a journey.
It has been a journey.
We've both been questioning our life choices between the last couple episodes.
I mean, the questions that I have had is why didn't I watch this movie sooner? Those are the life
how
choices.
did you avoid this movie?
I have no idea.
Did you grow up watching a lot of action shit?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched all the action movies, but somehow...
Well, this one wasn't on the heavy like TBS rotation. I don't know where I got it on my VHS from.
That's possible. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
because most of my action movie was TBS, USA,
For
TNT, right? Like that's where I caught it all. So if it wasn't there, then I missed it. Unless I was going, to see R-rated movies deeply underage with my father, right? I think that's just what it wasn't. It wasn't a big enough hit
You told me
buy
you
the
saw.
syndication
You went to go
rights.
see Die Hard in the theater.
Yeah, 88. Yeah, I was 7.
Did you go see Die Hard 2?
Yeah, I
in the
saw Die
theater?
Hard 2 in theaters. Yeah,
That's fucking
I
awesome.
saw all 3 in theaters.
Holy shit! Your dad should be locked up. That's awesome.
I mean, I was 14 when Die Hard with a Vengeance came out, so
Yeah.
that was
I think-
less inappropriate.
I feel like that was maybe my first. What year was that?
That was 95 was Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Okay, I definitely went and saw Speed and True Lies in theaters.
Oh yeah. 100%.
I feel like I even saw maybe Demolition Man, which I think was 93.
I saw that in theaters too.
That might have been my first R-rated
Yeah.
in the theater.
I mean, I snuck into a lot of R-rated movies too.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Once I had my learner's permit or whatever, or could just I had a movie theater walking distance from my house.
Yeah.
And so me
The
and
movies were cheap in the day too.
cheap. Yeah, we're
Even
super
the
cheap.
good theater might have been
Yeah.
like $5.
Yeah, I mean, we had like one of those dollar
Yeah,
literally
the dollar theater
yeah,
too.
Yeah, and when I was less than 10, it was the 50-cent theater.
Shit.
Right? Like it's wild how things have changed.
Inflation is real, people.
I mean, it's fucking real, man. But yeah, no, I mean, we would walk to the movie theater, like stop at Publix and like grab a snack.
Dude, you grab the candy,
Grab
smuggle
the
it in?
candies on the way to
Oh,
the
yeah.
theater. We'd buy a ticket to, I don't know, Mr. Bean or some such nonsense, some PG movie, and then sneak into the R-rated movie and then go see that. So
We had our dollar theater in Douglasville. It was like in the corner of a shopping center.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
2 or maybe 3 screens.
yeah.
We would hit the Kroger or whatever up, grab some cheap ass candy, walk on it. No, Big Lots. It was next to a Big Lots.
Oh,
We'd go to Big
excellent.
Lots and buy their shitty candy and then walk on into the dollar theater. I saw like fucking a million awesome flicks there, like 12 Monkeys.
Oh, yeah.
Like all types of fucking awesome shit.
One of my best memories of the old the 50 cent to dollar theater days was I saw Tommy Boy there.
Oh, yeah.
And it was great. And like we went, and my mom and my sister didn't want to go see Tommy Boy, so they saw I don't remember what they saw.
Okay.
So I went and watched Tommy Boy, but it started a little bit before whatever movie they were watching, and so I was out, and they had like a couple of pinball tables and a few arcade machines,
Yes.
and so my mom gave me a couple of bucks. And so I went and watched Tommy Boy, got out of the movie, and I played arcade games until they got out of their movie.
Dude.
One of my fucking favorite childhood memories.
Life
Like,
was
just-
fucking amazing
just
back in the day.
so great. Yeah.
Well, when it was like that, 50 cents, you might go see, I would go see like the same movie like 3 times in a week.
100%. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, for 50 cents, I'm going to go see it again.
Yeah. We did one time. We actually paid for it. we spent all day at the movie theater and bought tickets for every movie we wanted to see. Like got there at the initial matinee and watched 3 movies over the course of the day. It cost us $10.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
It's just, I miss those days.
Life was so much simpler.
Like
Taco Bell, you could go and fill up for like $2-3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like, we were talking about this in episode 1, but I went to go see, Project Hail Mary. I got I have the AMC like membership, so I get no convenience fees. You get the discounts on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Yep. After taxes, it still cost me $15 for that ticket, and that was the cheap ticket.
Yeah,
just.
There's the Ass Mall here in Atlanta. This like the North DeKalb Mall.
I know North.
And you can
DeKalb
hit
Mall,
that. You can hit that matinee for like still $5 or $6.
Oh, nice.
Which is decent.
Nice.
I mean, it's
theater's
shitty.
probably garbage.
The theater sucks.
Yeah.
The projectors, all the sound is not great.
Yeah.
But you get what you pay for.
Right.
I'm into it.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
But
we're on the same page. Anyway,
this is now we've gotten to the part of the show.
When I was your age,
the old men shouting at clouds part of the episode. Everybody.
When I was your age, movies only cost a quart. They cost 2 bits.
I mean, literally, when I was a kid's age, a movie cost 50 cents if I really wanted to see it.
It's fucking awesome.
But anyway, part 5. We're here.
Last
episode.
No, but that's in the past, man. We'll never be there again.
Never be there again.
It sucks.
It's gone. I know.
But we're here. We're talking about Navy SEALs.
That's right.
36 years after. Holy shit. Okay.
Sum us up. Or did you have something to say?
I'm going to do it quick because I'm pretty drunk.
Okay.
We got the Navy SEALs. There's a bunch of bad guys. They somehow have a bunch of American like surface-to-air Stinger missiles that they've acquired somehow.
Yeah.
The SEALs found out they had it, but they missed their chance to destroy the missiles. So they've been like playing a game of sort of cat and mouse with the bad guys to find these missiles and blow them up. So they have been making those efforts. They ran a mission to like kidnap somebody that they thought probably had information about the Stingers.
Yeah.
They succeeded, but one of their guys, Chief, got killed.
Yeah.
It was sort of Charlie Sheen's fault.
Yeah.
Not even sort of. It was totally Charlie Sheen's
100%
fault.
his fault.
Yeah. So he had like a dark night of the soul. The whole team was like in the doldrums, but they've somehow, I guess they've off screen, they got information about where they can find the bad guy, where they can find the Stingers. They had been getting help from this reporter who didn't help them really in any material way.
Not at all.
Michael Biehn may or may not have fucked her.
I think he fucked her.
He probably did, or he at least tried
to, at the very least.
It might have gone horribly wrong.
She wasn't that enthusiastic when he was leaving.
It was very weird. He just like they cut from him having his arm around her to the next morning, and she's naked in his bed.
Yeah,
but then he's just like, they found him. And walks out, and that's it. That's it. There was no goodbye. There was no kiss. They had a hug, and he was gone. Anyway, that's neither here nor there because we never see her again.
Nope, she's done with this movie.
But the SEALs, I guess, are about to like get their revenge against the bad guy Shaheed and recover those missiles.
That's right. So we cut to the 30th time that we're on an aircraft carrier in this movie, it feels like.
The USS Coral Sea.
Coral Sea. Is that a real aircraft carrier?
I Googled it. It was a real aircraft carrier. It was decommissioned in 1990.
Oh, interesting.
So, like, I don't know if they just had stock footage of this thing.
I've got to believe it was stock footage.
Yeah, I don't think they filmed on any real American aircraft carriers.
No, because most of this was in Spain.
It was in Spain with the Spanish like Navy or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, the USS Coral Sea was a real ship. It was active, I think, World War II all the way up through 1990.
Holy shit! Wow, that's a lot of years of service. Well, the Coral Sea is off the coast of Lebanon at this point. And the SEALs are being briefed, I guess, for the 30th time. I don't know why we still need more briefing at this point. But they are dressed in like clearly Lebanese inspired. They've got scarves around their neck. Everything is a beige tan color.
They had like the mismatched camos and like the keffiyehs or whatever, the scarves.
Yeah. But here's this. I love this. The way that they are posed on this platform in front of the helicopter is hysterical. You've got one guy with the machine gun across his shoulders and his hands over it. You got Charlie Sheen on the ground doing the kneeling stand.
It was like they're posing for the album cover.
It is fucking hilarious. And they're holding this awkward pose while their CO is briefing them in this information, and they're responding in the most unnatural pose you can possibly imagine.
That was supposedly the scene where like you're supposed to be able to see the Spanish flag like waving.
Yeah, that's the scene
behind them.
That's the one that's in the background. Yeah. And so then like the elevator with the helicopter on it starts rising, and they awkwardly hold the pose while the elevator's rising.
Sure.
Oh my God. I laughed so hard at that because it is so artificial, and it was so clearly we want to grab a production still of this because we think that this is going to be in the movie poster or something, right? So the CO says that the missiles have been located, which we already know because we've already been debriefed about this 3 times, but warns them that there's really, really intense fighting happening all over Beirut because of the civil war that's going on at that moment. He says that they're going to, link you up with a military fighter who's going to lead you to the location of the Stinger missiles, right?
Okay.
He tells them, stay out of the fighting, get to the missiles, destroy them, and get out. That's it. That's your whole mission, right? He said, when you're done, there's going to be sub waiting offshore to pick you up. Get into the water. We'll go home. Bob's your uncle, right?
Yeah.
So they get in the helicopter and they fly away.
This was like, there was, again, the terrible fucking Top Gun knockoff music.
Just unbelievable.
I can't recall another movie that had a score that was this bad.
I mean,
it was so. I feel like they also only let them ever use like the one helicopter. It was like the non-gun ship, like the rescue helicopter. The Spanish military must have been like, this is your helicopter. This is the one. But in real life, I feel like they would have been fucking riding in on a gunship.
Yeah.
Like it would not have been all right, we're sending you up in the rescue chopper.
It's just absolutely ridiculous. The whole music here is like, it's triumphal and it's like in a major key, and it's just like it makes you like feel happy. I don't know. It's not Navy SEALs going into a dangerous war zone.
Suspenseful.
Yeah, it's so.
It's like they've already won.
Right. It's just terrible, man. It is just like, what a weird choice. Anywho, they jump into the water. This time they have a boat for some reason. And also this time they don't have to deploy 12 miles, out to sea.
This is where my guy Ramos was wearing like a pair of purple Chuck Taylor All-Stars. It's like, I don't know if that's because we weren't ever supposed to see his feet.
You freeze framed it. There's no way we were ever supposed to see it.
Nah, they would be wearing combat boots, even if they're posing as like militants or whatever.
Yeah, 100% they would be. You sent me the freeze frame of it.
Why is he wearing the Converse All-Stars?
It was so weird. And then, like, how did the costume department not see this? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. I don't know. This movie was a disaster, like top to bottom, in terms of production. But it is like when they make landfall, it is a fucking war zone. Like it is.
That shot
post-apocalyptic.
That shot was cool. I don't know if that was a composite shot or one where they were coming ashore, but like the whole skyline was like on fire.
Yeah,
explosions.
I don't know how they did it, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It actually looked pretty good.
It looked really good. Yeah, it was believable. Anyway, they crawl to the beach and they connect with their escort, who's just like this teenager with an AK and a cigarette.
I felt like there was a pretty good touch of like this guy. He's just
realistic.
He's just a kid.
This is another, like, again, going back to that script dissection. This is another one that I'm like, yep, this feels like this was a part of the original script.
Yeah, this is like something that came from something real.
Yeah, absolutely. So they connect up and they head into the war zone of Beirut.
You see, it was Cartagena, Spain.
Yes, this was where Cartagena.
Filmed.
Yeah,
and I'm was it like a fucking falling apart city?
I was wondering the same thing because these are clearly ruins.
But I just was like, wow, is this town really that fucked up? Like the buildings look like Swiss cheese.
Yeah, I know. I don't. Yeah.
It's like all bombed out. Sheen was like saying, "This is the asshole of misery."
Yeah. I've got to believe that was a set. Like they may have used a few facades from that region, but I can't I don't know.
There's no way the city was falling apart.
I don't know anything about
right?
Spain, but like that just seems wild to me.
They probably put a bunch of rubble out, wrecked up cars and stuff. And
if they hauled that amount of debris into this location, wow.
That's a hell of a production.
Hell of a production.
All right.
Anyway, as they continue to get deeper into enemy territory, they start encountering like the different factions of the war going at each other. Right?
They ran right past like a tank.
Yeah.
Or a tank drove right past them, and like it was as if the tank didn't see them.
Yeah.
It was just like, that's fucking nuts to me. But no, whatever.
Michael Biehn like tells them like to keep moving to their objective, and he's like, this ain't our beef, guys. Fair, I guess. It kind of is though, but whatever. Movie, I don't care anymore. So they eventually do come under enemy fire though. And as they're like bundled down, like one of the guys is just like, watch the kid. And the other one goes like, yeah, like he was my own. It's like none of this is earned. None of this is earned throughout this whole sequence. Bill Paxton, he runs off to go find like a sniper perch. And then like, Michael Biehn, he says to Charlie Sheen, this kid led us into a shitstorm. And it's like, what was your first clue? It's like, okay, that's a pretty good rejoinder.
I feel like the kid did a pretty good job of keeping them out of trouble.
I mean, they were all alive when he got them. Well, I
don't think you're ever going to make it there without ever coming up to a hard, like a standoff.
Yeah. This is the part where it gets unclear to me because they are starting to be actively attacked at this point.
Yeah.
Right. So
people are shooting it just, we don't know who you are, but we're going to just shoot at you.
So is that what it is? It's just like we see a moving target, we're going to shoot. Like
they don't know they're the Americans. I feel like it's just like.
Is it so bad that you're just shooting at any move? What if those are your allies down there that's moving across?
Yeah, it's hard to fathom.
It's like
what's
the whole
happening.
thing is just it's absolute chaos. Everything is completely destroyed. People are just shooting at anything. Anyway, Bill Paxton makes his way to the nearest rooftop, and he starts setting up his gun. But unbeknownst to him, a bad guy starts creeping up behind him. He hears it just like a moment too late, whirls around, shoots this 50 cal at the guy, just ruptures him, explodes him.
Yeah.
But the guy is able to get a couple of shots off before he's liquefied, and now Bill Paxton's character is out for the count.
Not Bill Paxton.
Not Bill. I mean, that was literally the saddest part of the movie for me.
He died in almost every movie he was in.
I know.
In this early part of his career.
I know. Anywho, they're like, "Hey man, what happened?" They're calling on the radio. God, what's going on? And he's not responding. So Michael Biehn's like, "Okay, I'm gonna head to the rooftop. I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on." As he gets to the top, the roof collapses and he falls through, and he's barely able to hold on without falling through.
That was a weird. I mean, it was sort of established. I feel like when Bill Paxton was running up there, a step broke out under his foot.
Yeah,
so I guess we're supposed to get.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the buildings were falling apart.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he fell through the ceiling.
The whole thing is still obviously constructed because as he falls through, yet another faceless bad guy shows up. He's like, "You're American?" At which point, Michael Biehn says, God, where are you? God, I need help. God, I need help. And then he goes, "Your God can't help you now."
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. at which point, right as he's about to get shot to death, a rifle snap cracks and the bad guy slumps to the ground dead, right?
Bill Paxton had just enough left in him.
Just enough left in him. So he runs over. Michael Biehn finally pulls himself out of the thing, and he sees God, and he runs over to him, and he's dying, right? He's close to death, and he goes, "Are you all right?" And Bill Paxton goes, "Yeah, I'm fine," and then immediately dies. It was a great moment. It was a great moment.
I feel like that felt like it was real. It felt like something that came from a real story.
Yeah, absolutely.
This guy was shot and he was saying, I'm all right. And then he just died.
He just dies. Right. Yeah.
But I do feel like Paxton's performance was a little campy.
Yeah, it was
sort of he just slumped his head over and plopped his tongue out. Whoa. It's oh, come on, guy.
Anyway, Michael Biehn At this point, he hears someone moving behind him. He like grabs God's pistol and then whirls around. But it's just Charlie Sheen's character.
That moment was nuts.
It was just
Sheen was in the shadows.
Yeah.
Like he absolutely would have gotten shot.
Yep, absolutely. He would have been dead.
Dead. No, he didn't say it's me. It's whatever. It's Hawkins.
Yeah.
Don't shoot. friendly. No. He just there's no way, there's no world in which they didn't exchange gunfire.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no reason for Charlie Sheen to be quiet too, because he clearly knew that it was Bill Paxton and Michael Bihn's character. So he could have said at any point, I'm right behind you. I'm behind you. Don't kill me. Right. Instead, he decides to continue to lurk in the fucking shadows.
Yeah.
Anywho, they recover. Bihn picks up Paxton's 50 cal. And they head back to street level.
Don't leave that shit behind.
That's right. No, that's too valuable, man. So they tell the kids, is like, you need to get us out of here. And so they flee seconds before a bad guy shows up and shoots a rocket into the corridor that they had just walked down, which is not like the last time that happens in this movie.
No.
It's just like, anyway. So they do eventually get to where they're going, though, and it's like the only non-destroyed building on this entire block.
Yeah, he's like, right? That's the building.
That's the building, and you were like, well, yeah, obviously that's the building, right? Anyway, so the kid points it out, and then he's off. He's done. I've done my job.
Like, where's this kid going?
Yeah.
Does he have something better to do than like watch the SEALs operate?
I mean, look, it's 1990. Maybe he got an early access copy of the Super Nintendo and he was going to play Super Mario World or something. You know?
Like he had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles screening.
Yeah, he really, like, that was just out. Yeah, he wanted to go catch that on.
Absolutely.
You know, there's a lot of reasons why he didn't want to be there anymore. Good, healthy reasons. Michael Biehn and Charlie Sheen, like, they exchange a look, and everybody's like confirms, like, all right, let's do this. We're ready to go.
It was like an oddly long, dramatic, silent pause.
Yeah.
Where they all looked at each other and was like, yes, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, like, we're in the middle of a war zone. We've already lost one of our guys. Are we sure we want to do this? Just do a check-in real quick. Yeah, we're sure. They pull out the thermal thing again, the scope. Again, as we've established, not capable of looking through walls.
No.
But it does, which is fine. This is like using thermal scanning, the thermal imaging to look through walls is an action movie trope, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is the thing. RoboCop, just Predator.
Shit,
like, it's just like we've seen this a million times, and it's fine. We accept it because that is just how it worked in the 90s.
Yeah.
But Biehn and Rossovich, they move in.
Well, it was weird because they were like, there's a bunch of guys on the third floor,
right?
Which is never relevant.
No.
Like,
it never pays off.
One would think that would mean that's where the missiles are.
Right.
But one would be wrong.
As we will see.
So I don't know why they're so like, there's a bunch of guys on the third floor. So
I have no idea.
Don't find the missiles on the first floor and then go up to the third floor.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So they grab all of their C4 and they head to the building. Michael Biehn gives the detonator to Charlie Sheen for some reason.
I guess it's like, if we get killed or don't make it out of here,
you blow it.
Just nuke it. Yeah.
But there's like also much more competent soldiers around him. So why give it to Charlie Sheen?
I feel like he's the second in command of the platoon.
So he doesn't have a choice, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, it's got to be Lieutenant Hawkins.
Yeah. Anyway, they make it into the building. There's a single sleeping guard.
Yeah. They didn't seem to see him on thermal?
Nope. They didn't see him on thermal. Just the guys on the third floor. Did you know that thermal only works when you're 30 feet above the ground?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it below 30 feet, it doesn't work anymore.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, but they just fucking like bust this guy up real fast, right?
Yeah. It's just smash his face with the rifle.
Just like he's done. What I love though, did you notice in the background of this room, there's just like a random drawing of an AK-47.
Yes, I have it on here.
I was like, what?
There's just a poster of an AK-47 like on an easel.
And then like a schematic below that of a guy in an archway and then like two other figures. It was the most...
What is happening in this room?
Like it was just the most bizarre thing.
This is the weapon you'll be holding.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so strange. And then like, here's what I love. They do the clear thing again, but they're all looking at the dude they just killed. No one is like scouting out the room. No one is actually checking anything. Clear. I'm like, no, nothing is clear. You've not done any work to establish that things are clear. And we prove that this is the case because, like, so they find the Stinger missiles, right?
Yeah.
But even before they can examine it, another guy who bursts in who is not a part of the cleared thing. Like, it's not clear if another guy is bursting in. Anyway, Michael Biehn dispatches him silently as well, and everything is fine now, right? So they confirm that the Stinger missiles are here, and they start rigging everything to blow with C4, right? And I love that, like, one of the guys goes, piece of cake.
Yeah.
And my first thought was like, no, this has not been a piece of cake. Like, God is dead.
Yeah,
like,
you already lost a man.
You already lost a man. Like, this has not been a piece of cake. Actually, things are going really badly for you right now.
Yeah.
So now we cut to offshore, and there's we're in the sub, and the captain is like watching the shoreline for any sign of the SEALs. And I found that this was confusing because at this point, I didn't think the SEALs were behind schedule at all.
Yeah, the night has like passed really quickly.
Right.
They deployed at dusk, at like sunset, and it's already sunrise.
It's like, what were they doing?
They've been rigging up the bombs for hours.
Right, yeah. And it's like the captain's like, it's going to be dawn soon. Sunrise is in 15 minutes. We're going to bail. We're going to give them an extra 5 minutes, risking the entire crew of our submarine. But we won't leave for another 20 minutes, right?
Sure.
But until then, we got to bail because I've got a crew of fucking guys that I got to watch out for, you know? And the SEAL's like, they'll be here. So back to Beirut, and it's like fucking 10 in the morning now.
Yeah, it's full daylight.
It is full daylight. This is not dawn. This is not pre-dawn. It is 10 in the fucking morning. Like... it is fucking ridiculous. Charlie Sheen is like, what is taking so long? And that was literally my question. Like, what the fuck is taking so long?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like they've been in there for hours.
So as they ask this question, though, there's like suddenly yet another bad guy is behind them. This has been the tenor of this whole action sequence, is bad guys showing up behind them spontaneously. Charlie Sheen turns around and is like, it's like the guy speaking in Arabic. Charlie Sheen doesn't know what's going on. And then he like pulls out a pistol out of nowhere and shoots and kills the guy. And he goes, boring conversation anyway. And I'm like, what a weird place for a Star Wars reference.
Yeah, that's full on Star Wars.
Like, not the movie for a Star Wars reference, guys. Like, just... Anyway, so after he shoots him, Sheen radios the rest of the crew and says, like, we had to kill a guy. There's going to be more reinforcements coming. Just a heads up.
Right, you get the fuck out of there.
So leave. Why are you still at this location? Yeah.
We're going to miss our escape.
Yeah, inside the building, this is what I love. It appears that they have set enough explosives in the Stinger room that they have now just moved out of that room into the hallway.
Yeah.
Like, they've been there for 6 hours. I don't even want to know how much C4 is in the one room. But apparently, like, they've been rigging, like, I guess, conceptually, what the movie wants you to think is that they have been placing C4 explosives all around the foundation of the building.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to just bring this thing down, just to turn it into dust, right? So Michael Biehn goes, like, we don't have any more time. We've got to go now. And my first thought was, like, you're not done yet? Like, you're cutting this short already?
Yeah.
Okay. So Rick Rossovich, though, he grabs a single Stinger unit, and they scream out of them, hey, look, at least you grabbed one, right? So as they flee, a gunman, he starts shooting while he's running down the stairs because they're fleeing out, and it nicks Michael Biehn in the leg and the side, right? So he goes down. Then more bad guys start popping out, and they start shooting everything. And then, like, at this point, the bad guy, Shahid, finally shows up, and he starts getting in on the action. Everybody's shooting everybody, and no one's hitting anything.
But you feel like finally the final boss is here, and he's, like, ready to fight.
Yeah, he's fucking finally here, and his shirt is unbuttoned. He's, like, ripped to shit.
He was shredded.
He was here to rock your world.
He just came from doing, like, 1,000 crunches.
100%.
Zero washboard abs.
Dude, like, just straight up. Why his shirt was unbuttoned is unclear to me, but it was.
That's weird.
So we get a little bit of Lethal Weapon action here with Michael Biehn rolling on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Shooting up at Shahid, who's forced to take cover.
This had to be a trope by this point in time.
100%.
The rolling and shooting.
Because what? Lethal Weapon was 87, right? So this is...
And 2 had come out.
Yeah, 2 was out at this point.
Die Hard 2 was out.
Yeah.
They did it.
Yeah, he did it too as well.
There's probably others as well. But yeah, it was well established. If you have a badass action movie, one of the guys got to roll and shoot.
Oh yeah, always. Yeah. And again, I just have to come back to this. There is at no point in this movie where I feel that anybody in the American military establishment is competent at their jobs whatsoever.
Okay.
Like this whole movie, I never felt any sense of that power fantasy that you're looking to fulfill when you watch an action movie. These people are incompetent from frame 1 to frame last.
Yeah.
Whether it's the bad intel that puts them in a bad situation or them handling a bad situation badly, it's just more and more and more of that all the way through this movie.
Yeah.
So Michael Biehn has pulled himself up actually against the building at this point, rather than moving farther away from it.
Yeah.
And he just tells Charlie Sheen to blow it. And like Charlie Sheen hesitates, and the SEAL behind him goes like, that sounds like an order. And Charlie Sheen goes, fuck his order. And I'm like, cool. I'm glad he hasn't learned anything. Yeah.
Is that how the chain of command works?
It's just like, no, I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
His character hasn't evolved at all.
At all. Not a change.
I still don't follow orders.
Right. No, exactly. Your boss says the risk is too high to keep me alive. Complete the mission and get the fuck out of here. But instead, no, you make things way worse. He instructs the other to like lay down some cover fire. I'm going to go for Bihn's character. And he hands the detonator off to Ramos. And he just immediately runs into the line of fire. And it's, thank God, no one is able to hit a target in this movie.
I feel like he's risking his life recklessly instead of risking other people's lives
yes, exactly.
recklessly. But I don't know that constitutes like, I'm a good soldier now.
Right, exactly. This is supposed to be his like redemption moment.
I'm a hero now. I'm doing everything the right way.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure.
So the SEALs use way too much ammunition to suppress the enemy gunfire. And Charlie Sheen is like he's exchanging gunfire with Shahid, but then like gets pinned underneath a balcony that he's like standing above.
Yeah.
At this point, Sheen like radios to Ramos, is like, grab the 50 cal and like rock Shahid's world. And he begins firing the 50 cal indiscriminately, not aiming it at all.
That's an insane weapon, though.
Yeah, it is really cool.
It's just like, it's wrecking that building.
Yeah, it's just like
I always think about that scene from Hurt Locker where they were like in the standoff and he had the 50 cal sniper rifle and he would just hit the building from 2 miles away and see like a huge like puff of debris.
Yeah. Anyway, it does the job and Shahid flees. And then like at this point, Charlie Sheen reaches Michael Biehn and he goes, SEAL team, we've come to get you out.
I thought that was like a callback to that first rescue.
Yeah, it is. And it's just like, this is not time for callbacks, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if you had done what your commanding officer had ordered you to do, everything that's about to happen might not have happened, right? But it does happen. And so Sheen, like, grabs Michael Biehn, radios the others, like, we're getting out of here. So they lay down more covering fire. Sheen makes a run for it. He's got Michael Biehn slung over his shoulder. As soon as they seem like they're far enough away, he tells Ramos to blow the building. So Ramos grabs the detonator, kisses it a little bit, and then blows it up, right?
Yeah.
The explosion is huge. I loved it. You know me. I love a good explosion.
That was a nice
and
one.
This was a good one.
Really bad stunt double.
Oh, yeah. No, just doesn't look anything like Charlie Sheen.
But it was a really good explosion.
It is like the cinematographer should be ashamed of himself or I don't know whose responsibility it was.
Yeah.
Probably the director, because there's multiple things going on here. But the idea that you have a stunt double running directly towards camera, why would you do that? Like, it was just, anyway.
Do you think that was really Cartagena, Spain? Like, they just drop a whole building?
I don't no idea where that
was. That was nuts.
It was a big fucking explosion.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was great. So at this point, the other guys show up. They grab Michael Biehn. They move him to a safer position. More bad guys start showing up. They're flooding into the streets. But while they're doing this, like Rossovich, who's, I guess, he's got all the meds and stuff. Mm-hmm. He's trying to treat Biehn's wounds. I love this part because, like, he gets the morphine. Yeah. And the second he puts the needle inside Michael Biehn goes, ugh. Like,
right.
It's just like,
is that how that works?
No, I've had morphine before.
It has to be a couple minutes.
It's several minutes, and it actually hurts when it goes in your system first. It's actually excruciatingly painful when it goes in your system. The one time I've had morphine, when it hit my system and I started feeling it, I curled up in pain. It hurt so bad. And then it takes effect, and then all of a sudden, everything is right in the world, right?
Yeah.
But it's clear that, like, no one on this production had ever, if they had been injected with morphine, they were not caring about, like, reality here. So they just did the movie trope of, like, I'm magically high now, right?
It was also a weird, like, just movie making decision.
Yeah.
To sideline one of your co-leads, like, for the rest of the climax.
Dude, okay, so we have 3 actors before the title sequence, before even the producer of the film. One of them is done with this movie already.
Yeah.
Didn't even make it to the climax of the film. Now the other one is doped up on morphine and doesn't do anything for the rest of the movie.
Nah.
So all we've got left is Charlie Sheen at this point, a character that we loathe, or at least I loathe.
Yeah, no, he's a piece of shit.
Who doesn't redeem himself at any point in this movie. Anyway, so they start falling back to the beach. Shahid emerges from the rubble. He's not dead yet. He starts barking orders at his dudes. His shirt is still gloriously open and billowing in the wind. So the SEALs, like, wait in ambush, and then they, like, grab the first car and carjack, like, throw the people out and grab the car. They put everybody in the car.
It was quite, like, fortunate that the first car that came along was, like, just an absolute beast. Yeah. It was, like, one of those, like, diesel
huge fucking Mercedes. Yeah. Thank God it wasn't, like, a Pinto or something, right? So they pour everybody in the car, and the second they drive off, an RPG hits right where they were. Like, this happens over and over again.
Yeah.
They're trying to get to the ocean, but the city is a maze of destruction. They have no idea where they are. Rossovich points out, like, at this point, the submarine's got to be leaving. We got to get there immediately. They reach a checkpoint that the bad guys have set up, though. They plow right through. At this point, the bad guys start chasing them. They've got, like, this Russian APC vehicle with a fucking giant double-barreled machine gun on the top of it.
That vehicle was a fucking beast.
Just fucking massive. And it was in Spain. It is a Russian APC.
Okay.
That I don't know how the Spanish military got a hold of it, but it did belong to the Spanish military. And it's just, I mean, it's just like the idea that the Spanish military, like, Hollywood people goes like, hey, we want to use your military vehicle. We want to drive it through walls. We want to crash it into, like, husk it out vehicles. You cool with that? And they're like, yeah, man, go for it. Do it.
Do it.
Yeah. Anyway. So they lose the vehicle briefly, but as they come down like the road, it bursts through a concrete wall and it's, like, right on their ass, right? They're so close that the gunner can't actually shoot them.
That was kind of, they were like bumper to bumper.
Bumper to bumper at this point, yeah. Charlie Sheen tells Rossovich, like, you got that missile, you might want to think about using it. And then Rossovich goes, like, I would if I could figure out how to.
Yeah, he's struggling, like.
Yeah.
That's when the one dude's like, it's a one-shot deal. He's like, what's it? What? And he's like, you miss, we die.
I'm like, I don't.
No pressure.
I also feel like, too, wouldn't they have some sort of basic understanding of, like, how this thing works?
It doesn't seem that complicated.
Right. I mean,
point
like,
and shoot.
If terrorists who are not American soldiers can figure it out, I feel like an American soldier should be able to.
Agree.
Anyway, so Bad guys are back. They're trying to block the road in front of them. They've got a bus. So their car swerves around it, and the armored vehicle crashes right into it.
Another just a huge explosion that didn't make any sense.
No, not at all. But great. I mean, I'm here for it. I love a big explosion.
Can't complain.
No, it doesn't make any sense. But the SEALs think that they've lost their pursuers for like the 30th time. And then someone's like, wait, I can smell the ocean. Unfortunately for them,
Michael Biehn was like playing the whole scene.
He's just like,
he's stoned out of his mind.
He literally has no more lines of dialogue for the rest of this movie.
It's just such a weird choice.
It was so bizarre.
He never gets a hero moment.
Nope. So the APC is right behind him again. The bad guys open fire, and Rexer who's the driver. He's killed. As a result,
he deserved better than that.
I mean, like, why Charlie Sheen?
He just unceremoniously. He's just killed.
Dead. Yeah. So the car crashes, flips on the roof. The armored vehicle like stops, gets ready to like just unload all of its bullets on the car. At this point, Rostovich finally rolls out. He's magically figured out how to use the Stinger missile.
Yeah.
And Sheen goes, waste that fucker.
That was a sweet move where he came rolling out of the car, somersaulting.
So Rostovich goes, eat this. And he blows the armored car's sky fucking
Another
high.
sick explosion.
Yeah, great explosion. The remaining SEALs, they drag Michael Biehn out of the car right before it explodes. Like, there's a lot of explosions right now. And they make a run for the beach. Now, cut back to the sub, and the captain has just given the order to set sail. The SEAL CO is like, no, just give me a couple more minutes. Like the classic, right?
Yeah.
The captain says, nope, not going to risk the submarine. I've got over 100 lives on board. And he goes, get the fuck out of here, y'all. We're pulling up stakes.
That guy, I feel like, looked exactly like a submarine captain should look.
100%.
He was so familiar, but I looked him up. I don't know him from anything else.
He looked like...
he looked like someone?
He looked like someone, and I'm trying to remember who it was.
Okay.
Another kind of like, you always think of him as the old... elderly character actor guy.
Yeah.
And I've seen him in a million things. It's like not James Cromwell, but he looks kind of like James Cromwell.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
he was the dude who played the president in like one of those Clear and Present Danger or something.
That is correct. Yes.
That's the guy.
That's the guy I'm thinking of that he looks like to me.
Fucking get on the Facebook and Instagram. Tell us who it is we're thinking about.
100%. Yeah, please do.
I don't know who that is.
I know. Yeah.
It's that guy. He looked like that guy.
Yeah. 100%. That's who it was. So the SEALs reach the beach, and Shahid arrives with a truckload of more goons.
He did. Yeah.
It's just like so many. The SEALs are running into the surf.
That was crazy. Somehow they like manifested they're carrying swim fins now. And it's like, where were those fins a moment ago?
From?
Yeah. And Rick Rostovich is like, they won't fuck with us in the water.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? That makes no sense.
Why wouldn't they fuck with you in the water?
What does that mean?
And almost like to immediately prove that they're wrong, Shahid like runs to a pier, and I don't even know where this pier is.
Yeah.
Like when you do the wide shot of the Marines or the SEALs running into the water, there's no pier.
Yeah.
But magically there's a pier where Shahid needs it to be.
That poor like boat captain.
Yeah.
He just like gets fucking wrecked. They
off.
club him in the face and chuck him in the water.
Stupid. So they're swimming away, and the bad guys are like shooting at them with their guns. I don't know if you noticed this, but like the shot is like them swimming underwater, and all of the bullet interactions are clearly composited over top of it.
Yeah.
Like that's clearly not happening at the same time. So at this point though, like another bad guy, he shoots like an RPG into the ocean. This was crazy to me.
It was worth a shot, I guess.
Yeah. Did you notice that they clearly did something in post? So when you watch it, they cut to the ocean, and there is like an oval of water that has been composited over the main shot.
I didn't notice that.
And the RPG flies, and when it goes under the oval, the smoke and everything disappears because it's occluded by this thing that's been put on top of the film.
Okay.
It was clearly done to mask the explosives that were actually in the water.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah. And I'm like, I watched it like 3 times. I'm like, holy shit. Like, no one would have ever seen this in a movie theater in 1990.
Exactly.
Right? But you're watching this in 4K. you see that kind of shit, and it looked terrible. Anyway, so all of the goons, they're done attempting to shoot them from the beach, and we cut to Shahid, and he's out on the boat looking for the SEALs, and they spot a body floating on the surface of the water and drive over to it. This is Michael Biehn.
Yeah. That's one of the obvious trap is obvious moments.
Oh my God. But also, thank God that even hopped up on morphine, dying from blood loss, he has the wherewithal to hold his breath while face down in the water.
We're going to leave you here for a second. Just hold your breath.
Just hold your breath. But yeah, obvious trap is obvious. Shahid reaches out with a hook to try to grab the body, at which point Charlie Sheen pops up, grabs Shahid and pulls him overboard, right? Rostovich then pops up out of the water. He shoots the other one of the bad guys, and now Ramos pops up out of the water, tosses a grenade into the boat, and kills the last bad guy as the boat explodes.
It was pretty like slick SEAL shit.
This is the first time they felt like a competent fighting force in the entire movie. So at this point, Shahid is like trying to swim away awkwardly, but Sheen, who finally gets to pay off the line of dialogue that we see in like Act 2 of the movie, he's more fish than man. He effortlessly catches up to Shahid and pulls him underwater and like dives really deep, right? They wrestle underwater. Shahid gets away at one point, surfaces. Sheen grabs him like, "Nah, son, I'm not done with you." Pulls him back underwater. Sheen is like drowning Shahid, but it's not good enough. So he pulls a knife from his ankle and like slits Shahid's throat. And then he's
completely bloodless throat slitting.
No blood. But suffice it to say, it was a cool moment.
I thought it would have been better though if like he had like gone like face to face and like held him down there while he drowned.
And they like watched him drown.
And Sheen was not drowned.
That would have been way more effective.
I thought that would have been a nicer like kill or whatever.
Way cooler. Yeah. Suffice it to say that this is the movie Navy SEALs and not a better movie. So that's not what we got.
Also, when he let him go, did you notice that Shahid was like just clearly had like a wetsuit on under his like fatigues?
His fatigues, yeah. It was just so bad.
It's like, man, come on.
It's so bad. Anywho, Sheen surfaces, he catches his breath, he rejoins everybody else. There's no sign of the sub. They sit there and they hope that the sub heard all the explosions and everything going on. And
that was weird.
Around.
Yeah, they're like, oh, where are they?
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe they heard something.
Maybe they heard something. Yeah. Sheen is like, well, how long do you guys want to wait? And that gets a huge laugh.
Huge unearned laugh.
Nope, not earned at all.
It's like the classic movie moment where everything's like upbeat and happy, even though they've lost like half their guys.
Yeah, half their team is dead. It's not even clear to them if Michael Bihn's going to survive.
I don't think there would be any celebration.
No.
It'd just be like they would view this as a failed mission.
This is a failure. This is an absolute failure. I mean, they completed the objective, but the mission is a failure.
Yeah.
Anyway, mercifully, because it's Hollywood, the Periscope surfaces, the sub has come back, despite us being told multiple times that they could not be seen.
I want to see the scene where the commanding officer convinced the captain to turn the sub around.
I have no idea, man. Anyway, the sub and the people are clearly not in the same shot. They've clearly been composited together.
Was it?
That's what it looked like to me.
It was pretty impressive. Like the fact that they had like real military, like a full ass submarine.
Like surfacing.
Yeah, I was impressed with that.
But it seemed like the four guys were not in this, like they had been added in post.
That makes sense though.
And then cut to black, and that's the end of the fucking movie. Like the movie fucking ends.
No more checking in on Claire Varance, the reporter.
She's gone. We don't know if Michael Biehn survived.
We're not sure.
Yeah, I mean, like he didn't even get Charlie Sheen is the one who got to kill the big bad, which is completely unearned.
Yeah, but he was the biggest star.
He was the biggest star. So yeah, that's
Navy SEALs.
That's fucking Navy SEAls. That's fucking Navy SEAls.
As we alluded to earlier, like the production had lots of troubles.
Oh my God.
It had started out as a Canon Films production.
Yeah.
Which that's not surprising at all.
No.
It probably would have been a better Canon movie than it would have turned into. But yeah, Sheen, full diva.
Yeah.
Big drug problems.
Yeah.
He demanded his own like self-selected personal trainer,
as well
quote
as
unquote.
A trailer that no one else got, like that he got to choose and define his own budget for.
Apparently his trainer was like implicated in the Heidi Fleisch
prostitution ring.
Prostitution drug ring bust. Not a personal trainer at all. Which is like, okay, so he was just like bringing them drugs, bringing them hookers.
Even beyond that, like according to what I read, the general rule is that the trainer is only covered during pre-production, and Sheen's writer insisted that he be around for all of productions, which made it even more suspect.
It made no sense. And then the producer was like, we already had a trainer.
Yeah.
There was like half the price. Yeah. And they're like, well, can Sheen's trainer at least be the trainer for everyone?
Yeah.
And they were like, no. Because he's not a trainer at all.
He's not. And then, but the best part though is that Brenda, the producer, didn't want Charlie Sheen in the first place.
Right.
Like, she absolutely fought tooth and nail to keep him from being on this movie.
She's like, he sucks.
He's ugly. Like, I mean, literally in her memoir, had nothing nice to say about him. But ultimately, she was overridden because clearly she had no authority on this film.
And ultimately, like, by the time of release, Sheen was deep involved in scandal.
Yeah.
And he didn't do any press for the movie.
Nope.
Because he didn't want to be asked the questions
about the Heidi Fleisch stuff. Yeah. So he did no press for the
movie.
And then, but that wasn't it. Like, there was at least 6 people who could claim credit for working on the script for this film. The director and the producer hated each other's guts.
Yeah.
And she didn't want the director.
There was crazy quotes where she was saying, like, we had this one director and he died.
Yeah, Richard Marquand
died. And then we
had
another director pull out or something.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, who's left? The head of the studio had suggested Louis Teague, who had just done Jewel of the Nile. And she had Michael Douglas said he's good.
He's a good director.
So she met with him and she's like, the conversation was weird. Whenever I said anything, there was just like a long silence where he just stared at me.
Yeah.
Well, it seemed like he was trying to figure out what to say. I don't know, but she didn't like him.
No, she didn't want him.
She went and told him, like, I don't like this guy. I can't even give you a reason why.
Yeah.
But he gives me a bad feeling. And they said, well, look. Michael
Douglas vouches for him.
He said he's good to go, and we're using him.
Yeah.
And she didn't have the power to say no, we're not.
Yeah,
I guess.
And like, she again in her memoir just has nothing but bad things to say about the guy.
Well, she also said he wanted to do some weird ending.
Yeah,
where like the guy Shahid was like glorified, and like his body was carried
by his soldiers,
town where everyone like cheered for him.
And she was like, we saw the ending and we had no fucking idea what political message this guy was.
We don't know what it means, but we know we're not using this.
Exactly.
Yeah, crazy shit.
And so they went with the ending that they had filmed.
Apparently there was another ending where Michael Biehn died and like Sheen and the reporter were together at the end, like mourning the loss.
Yeah.
It
was a disaster of a movie. It's super fun to talk about. It was super fun to watch.
Well, Michael Biehn had said like this was the worst experience of his life.
Yeah, it
was working on this.
Yeah.
He said, we all got into it. We thought we were going to be making a good movie. There was like so much talent attached. And then I couldn't even tell you what happened.
Yeah.
But obviously it turned out to be a piece of shit.
It was a disaster from beginning to end is what happened. Like just a failure at every level of production, basically. But yeah, and it came out and the audience basically agreed with him. It was basically a failure.
It didn't crack the top 50 of that year.
No.
And it wasn't like I looked up the box office. So Ghost was the top movie of 1990.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty Woman was number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Home Alone was number 3. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was 4. Then there were some good movies. It was TMNT, Humphrey in October, Total Recall, Die Hard 2.
Wow.
We're like all in the top 10.
This was all in 1990?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Predator 2 was out that year, but it didn't do great. Rocky 5 was what Stallone was up to. Yeah, and then way down at like 50 some odd place, Navy SEALs.
Barely made back its budget domestically.
Yeah. I mean, and they gave Sheen some sort of sweetheart deal where he was getting points all this. Yeah, I don't know.
But it has kind of become a bit of a cult classic of bad movies.
It's very referenceable.
It's very referenceable, and like a company, like a distribution company, bought the rights, and they went back and did a 4K transfer of the original 35 millimeter print.
Oh, I bet the stuntmen look extra
God.
clear.
So clear, yeah. And so there is actually a 4K Blu-ray of Navy SEALs available to buy.
Shit.
Yeah. So
now I'm tempted.
It's a bizarre, Hollywood artifact, an absolute failure that there is value in its awfulness.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need good, bad movies.
I agree.
Nowadays, everything is like workshopped to death.
Just to absolute
death. And it's like, what do we got to do to get that 60% on Rotten Tomatoes?
And that's all that we care about.
We don't want anyone to be able to say it was terrible.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to say, it was okay. It was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah. That's what studios want now.
I mean, and this is the thing that's so frustrating. I know a few people like called this out recently with like, the Mario Galaxy movie and the Project Hail Mary, both of which are pretty fun movies. Like they're enjoyable, decent movies, and they did really good at the box office. And someone said, "See, this is what happens when you actually want to make a good movie."
Sure,
right? When you're not just shooting for the 60.
And I felt like Project Hail Mary was studio to death.
Yeah,
but it was still pretty good.
I feel like it wasn't studio to death, and the reason why I feel that way is because everything was practical. I feel like if the studio had their way, everything would have just been CG.
It was what was practical?
Everything. The spaceship was practical.
Alien.
Rocky was a robot. It was a puppet.
Shit.
The whole thing was practical. There was no CG in any of it. It was all practical.
Well, the exterior.
I mean, there were the
cosmos,
the planets, the cosmos, all of that was CG.
Okay.
But like the inside of the spaceship was all real. The whole inside of the spaceship was real.
Okay, I gotta watch it again.
Rocky was completely real. It was all real.
Okay.
Only like the big grand space stuff outside. Okay. And even like the red particle effect scene when they're collecting the astrophage, that was all done practically. They had they put dust in the air, like reflective dust, and they ran like a particular infrared light filter through the lens, and they picked up the IR color of the reflecting off the dust. That was all practical too.
Well, shit. Now I gotta watch it again.
Yeah. So
I was like half asleep when I was watching it. It was weird. I was at a matinee, but I was like sort of almost trying to doze off. Yeah, I gotta give it another shot.
Yeah, give it another shot and just go in knowing that everything that's like Ryan Gosling isn't acting to a reflective ball.
That's awesome.
Like the puppet, and even more so, like the Academy just confirmed that the puppeteer and voice actor for Rocky does qualify for a Best Supporting Actor Academy Award nomination.
Okay.
And so they submitted him for Best Supporting Actor for the Academy Awards.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
I at least hope he gets the nomination.
Yeah,
definitely. Rocky was like the memorable part of the movie.
Yeah, without a doubt. But anyway, we're not even talking about Navy SEALs anymore.
Yeah, I think we've exhausted Navy SEALs.
Yeah, there's nothing left. So I guess we'll call it there. I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here for it.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah. As always, it means the world to us that people are listening to this.
Oh yeah, always.
So tell your friends to check out this crazy fucking podcast that you're listening to.
We do weird stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean, come on, get hammered with the boys, watch Navy SEALs, and then listen to the podcast. You're not going to regret it.
No.
At least not for long.
Yeah. It's not a huge commitment of time. Come on, 1 hour a week.
Check us out on the social media.
60OS Podcast.
Yeah. And we're going to figure out what we're going to do next. But it's time to get back to basics.
That's right.
There's so many movies we could talk about. But we'll find something awesome.
There will be.
I'm sure. No doubt about it.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay. And until then.
We'll be back.
The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.